Hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you are having a fabulous day or evening, depending on when you're watching this. In case we have just met, I am Heather and I am a coach, and this is my Build a Better Business series. So, first of all, I want to start by saying thank you for tuning in and for taking a moment to check out this series. I hope you find them useful, helpful. I try to fill them with things that will be useful for you in your business, right? So I release a brand new video. Right now they're videos. Stay tuned. Every week, every Wednesday, with ideas and tips and strategies, things that hopefully will help you be more successful in the running of your business. And hey, if you subscribe to my channel, you won't miss any episodes. Plus, I would be super grateful. So if you have just discovered these videos, welcome. It's so awesome to have you here. I'm super happy you found these for whatever reason, whatever you were searching for. And I encourage you to go back and have a look at the old ones, just in case there's little tidbits of things that you might find helpful and useful. I am always looking forward to hearing from you, my friend. So feel free, pop a little comment in the comment box, send me a question, send me a DM if you like. I read all the comments and I respond to them all personally, so go for it. What are you thinking about? So, oh yes, and stay tuned. As I was alluding to, I know that watching videos isn't necessarily for everyone. So what am I doing? I'm going to take my videos and I'm going to turn them into podcasts so people can binge listen to the podcast while they're outside getting some fresh air, walking, on the treadmill, wherever you want, somewhere where you can just listen and absorb all this information that I'm sending your way. So let's go with this week. Okay, are you ready? You've probably read the title, To-Do Lists and Procrastination. What do they have to do with each other? So this week's topic came up for me when I was actually watching a replay of a mastermind class. So this class was to help online course creators figure out who their customers were so that they could reach them better with marketing and advertising, etc. But as with a lot of really good classes that I've taken, my big aha didn't necessarily come from the marketing and the target markets and all that stuff. I mean, all that part was good, don't get me wrong. But at the beginning, the instructor was speaking kind of to general in the group. And there were people from all different industries there. They were making lots of comments about their struggles and what they were having trouble with. So he started talking about thinking. And he was talking about getting your thinking straight. I know, it's been tossed around a lot these days, right? Master your mindset, stop your stinking thinking, get out of your own way, all of that stuff. And I mean, hey, I totally fully admit it. I have even said that to some people, right? And I get it. After a while, you start to tune it out. It's like too much of the same message over and over. But sometimes you hear it in just the right ways. But I had probably myself started to tune out. It's like that barking dog that's always barking when I'm trying to sleep in. You just kind of start to tune it out. But let's back it up. Take a moment and just think of that word mindset. He caught me in a good moment, apparently. So when you define, I looked up the definition of mindset. It's just a way of thinking. It's an inclination of a habit. It's a fixed mental attitude or disposition that predetermines your responses and interpretations of a situation. Think about that one, right? So your mindset predetermines your responses to things. What? But I thought I had free will. So what are we talking? Why are people talking about mindset so much? Well, think of it. A fixed mental attitude or disposition. I can put it in a context for you. Have you ever tried to convince someone to change their mind about something that was so entrenched in their mindset? It was pretty much hopeless, right? They can't even see that they're not choosing to think that. It's just like in their brain. It's like a rut in their brain. Yes, politics is definitely one of those, but I have a better one because I don't want to talk politics. Sports teams. So maybe you don't know this, that I live in Toronto. And I am a transplant, as many people in Toronto are, but my husband actually grew up here. He is Toronto through and through, which means, what does that mean? It means he loves the Toronto Maple Leafs, who, by the way, have not won a Stanley Cup since 1967. Sorry, but it's true. But his mindset, his habit is so fixed Nothing can convince him that this will not be the year that they win. It doesn't actually matter what year it is. He says this every year. He just knows this is even going to be their year. This is their year. He remains very firm in that mindset that this is the year they're going to win. And hey, you know what? At some point, they just might. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, but it's a habit of the way he thinks. It's just a habit of cheering for the Leafs. He's done it since he was born. He just believes that they're going to win. And no reality is going to change it. The only thing that would change it is if he decided to stop and change his mind. You know, mindsets are built up from your personal experience, your beliefs, your values. Sometimes we don't even realize they have them. We don't know where they came from. So when you hear that self-help guru just telling you to master your mindset and it goes by you, may not even been registered as something that needs to be worked on. What's wrong with my mindset? I'm fine. Obviously, my mindset is fine too. I don't know what your problem is. But here's the thing. What if you wanted something different? Something different than your current situation, your current circumstance, your current anything. What if you wanted something to change? Now, it doesn't have to be huge. You don't have to all eat, pray, love it. You don't have to get divorced, quit your job, go traveling, and reinvent yourself, right? Unless you want to. Heck, it works for some people. But what if there is something you want to change, big or small? Then I would hazard a guess that you need to change something in your habits. And since mindset is just a habitual way of seeing or acting or doing, then you need to examine your thinking, right? The reason maybe you don't notice your mindset on a regular basis is because it's just a habit. Habits are automatic, right? We've created them so we don't have to think about them. Thinking takes energy. Thinking burns calories. And we have evolved to try and save calories for when we really need it, like running away from lions and tigers, and you get my meaning. So as humans, we automate things so we don't have to think about them all the time. Thus, habits, thus, mindset. Okay? So I hear you saying, what the heck does a to-do list and a procrastination have to do with that? Well, don't worry, we're getting to that now. So back to this class that I was in when he just got me at the perfect time, the perfect primed for the pump, I guess. And he was talking about mindset and being productive. And he was talking about the type of person who likes to make lists. They like to make lists of things to get done. It was like it was looking right at me, right? Who does not love a good to-do list? I am so good at making lists. He had me pinned 100%. Don't get me wrong. Don't get upset. I still love my to-do lists. He didn't change that. So then came the question. But, here comes the question. What are you getting out of making those lists? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Isn't it obvious? Look at my lists. They're so good. But I was definitely listening because he had it. I was making lists. Yes, they're super helpful. Yes, they are totally helping me stay organized. Yes, I am not forgetting usually to do something because it's on my list. But at the same time, yes, it is taking away time from actually getting the things done that maybe need to get done. And yes, it is avoiding things possibly that you don't want to do. Yes, it is a habit to make lists, aka a mindset of procrastination, maybe disguising itself as perfection, because you have to get your list perfect, right? It has to be perfectly organized, things in their columns, things dated properly. Okay. And maybe even you're hiding behind a list because something you don't feel totally comfortable doing. So you spend all your time planning and you don't actually have to ever get to doing it, right? So I know if you've been watching, you know that I gave you a super duper tool on how to organize your to-do list. It's okay, don't worry. I'm not saying not to use it. Come on, I love my lists. What I'm saying is, what are you really using the list for? Is your habit to make your list and then do what you put on your list? Or is your habit to make lists, move stuff around on your lists, research the stuff on your lists, add things to your list, maybe things that aren't really going to move you forward, Maybe all these habits of the lists aren't giving you any momentum to the place that you're trying to get to, right? So the tool that I gave you was to try and help unstick some of those things and get them done. But unless you stop and realize what it's for, maybe you don't get unstuck. So a question, are you using your to-do list to avoid doing something? The tool that I set up for you, like I said, it was categorizing urgent, not urgent, important, not important, and that is super, and because it does work. But really, don't spend all your time on your list. Spend the majority of your time on action. So your mindset, ask yourself at any moment, am I doing what I need to do right now to get to the place I want to be? And if you're not, then stop, pause, decide what will be more useful in moving you from here to there, and then do that, right? Sounds easy, doesn't it? And then when you do it, you get to tick it off of your to-do list. What? So rewarding. I love ticking things off my to-do list. Then you feel great because you've taken something off your to-do list, but you're doing it and you get the forward momentum. It's totally amazing. So I know it sounds easy. Totally sounds easy. Yeah, I got that. No problem. It's easy, or it's simple, but it's not easy. That's what I'm trying to say. Go back and listen to episode, it was in June, 17 on habits, and where we talked about maybe habits aren't so easy to change. We get it here, but our grooves are still pretty deep. We need to figure out how to switch them. But just keep practicing. You keep on building your getting things done muscles, right? One day at a time. You keep exercising, you keep doing your to-do list, and one day you look up and you go, whoa, I'm here. How amazing. The place that I was aiming for. The momentum works. It gets you to that place that you're headed. Now, if you're not sure how to start, maybe you're not sure where you're going, go back and check out episode 19 on how to figure out where you're going. Or I will tell you, one of the best decisions I made was I got myself a coach. Yes, I have a coach. I'm a coach and I have a coach. Coaches help you sort through all that stuff, get you clarity, ask you questions, get you focused on where you're going. So here's where you are. That's where you want to go. Figure out how you're going to get there. If you need help, my friend, I am here. I'd be happy to chat with you to see if I can assist you in finding your clarity and your focus and your strategy and your forward momentum. Thank you so much, by the way, for joining me today. I'm super appreciative whenever I have my friends join me. If you want to check out any of those episodes I was talking about, just go back there on YouTube, go back and check out the ones you missed. To make sure you don't miss any, click that subscribe button if you found it useful. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Oh yeah, and don't forget, I have those little mini tips. Make It Happen Monday and Freedom Friday. I only post those on Facebook and Instagram. So if you're not following me on the gram, go over Prosperity Flow. Once again, I am Heather, and I am the owner of Prosperity Flow Coaching. I help people who help people. I want you to stay healthy. I want you to be well, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Take care.